good, yeah.
Shalawam. Shalawam. Yeah, we good.
Good?
Yeah.
Shalawam.
Definitely gotta speak up.
Shalawam. Let's start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
YAHAWAH.
Double honors to the apostle and elder GREATMILLSTONE. And Shalawam, select out there, doing his work of faith and labor love and true sincerity. All right, so brothers, GMSNewJersey, New Jersey, just here with a early week camp. And, just gonna let the Lord speak especially to us, and Lord willing, this segment is edifying. All right, so with that.
This is, start with this. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 1. My son, forget not my law, but let thy heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck. Write them upon the table of thy heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and men. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding.
Right, because that's the whole thing of it, right? The Lord obviously gave us laws, statutes, and commandments only to the Israelites, for the Israelites, in the service of the Israelites, right? So he gave us these things as standards to live by, so that we can be prosperous in all of our ways and all of our doings. And obviously, as a nation, we haven't done that as a whole. But as us coming back into, the fold of the Lord and us knowing who we are again, the Lord is letting us know, hey, the ways in which and the things in which you've done before, you should know better now. Look at the ways of old. That's the whole purpose of the scriptures, is to give the record that the Lord laid everything out for us to look back at the past like, damn, we had it like this, or this is where we messed up at. Okay, now we can correct ourselves, so now that we have a chance to stand a chance of salvation. You know what I'm saying? So we can't lean upon our own understanding and think we're going to get salvation that type of way. Because leaning upon your own understanding is basically leaning upon opinions. And how they say in the world, what opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. So we lean upon the facts of the scriptures and the things which the Lord provides, and the things that which we can see in this current day form, to which we can know how the prophecies are moving, what times are the times in which we're living in, things of that nature. So we know how to go accordingly, know how to move accordingly.
It says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thy own eyes, fear Yahawah, and depart from evil.
Right, so be not wise in our own eyes and depart from evil. Now the average person would think that, well, all I do is work, come home, take care of the family, take care of the kids, and I mind my business. No, you're still wicked, man, because I'm sure you got some habits in your life that you know what I mean, might be going off on, that you think is okay. You might be lusting after another man's wife, because that's common in the world, right? Right? Things of that nature, might be stealing from your job, just doing a bunch of bullshit, not treating your brothers right, not understanding that, hey, the so-called Hispanic man, the so-called Native American man, that those are our brothers as well. That's all a part of having the knowledge of this truth and knowing which way we are to go. Because if you don't have the full understanding, how can you understand who salvation is for, or how you can obtain salvation, man? You can't. So you got to do that through the scriptures, man. All right? Yeah.
This is I got something else for you. This is Psalm chapter. No, let me finish that off. It says, be not wise in thy own eyes, fear Yahawah, and depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. It It says, we jump over to Psalms 119, verse 1. Blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the law of Yahawah.
Who walk in the law of the Lord. Because the church will constantly tell you that what the law is done away with, but it's not. You still got to uphold the law according to the best of your ability. What's one of the easiest things that we can uphold? Keep a bed upon your face. What's another thing that we can uphold? Not eat shrimp, crab, pork, or lobster. What's another thing we can uphold? Hold down the Sabbath to the best of your ability. Obviously, hey, you might got to work that way. You might got to work that day. Hey, well, still, while you're working, just do that and still not lean upon your own pleasures. Listen to, the brothers speaking or whatever in camp. Listen to some sit-downs or something like that. Prepare yourself for a lesson that you might want to do. Whatever, man. Listen to some music that's actually spiritual, man. Like some good old, Benjamin, they always talking something about Babylon, that they got some spiritual vibes or something going on, or some instrumentals. To soothe your mental, man. So it's many things that we do according to the law that are very, very basic to our everyday lives. And the Lord requires us to do those things because it shows, is that Judges 5:11? It shows that that's a part of our faith, of our believers. Are we doing the things that the Lord requires of us? It's like us coming out here on the highways and byways, teaching week in and week out.
It's the book of Judges, chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers and the places of drawing water.
Because from the noise of the archers and the places of drawing water, that represents slavery, man. Because think about that, the noise of the archers, obviously if you got archers out, what that represents the time of war, right? So in war with another nation and you wind up subduing it. And the drawing of water, Joshua told there was a bunch of different Hamites of different nations. And I think it was the Gideonites. I think it was the Gideonites who Joshua told. He told them, since like y'all lied to me or whatever, making me think that y'all from a far country, forever you shall be hewers of wood and drawers of water for me and my people for generations to come. So that's what he told them. So basically he told them, like, hey, you're going to forever be a slave to me and my people, man. So that represents slavery. So where are those places of slavery? Now the main place here is Babylon the Great, aka America. So bring that back again from the top.
It says, they that are delivered from the noise of archers and the places of drawing water. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahawah.
Right there, they shall rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, man. And that's it. So what are we doing? We're rehearsing the righteous acts. We just came out of, Passover, and things of that nature. That's what? Rehearsing the righteous acts. Just had look at that as Easter, which people celebrate. That's not a part of the righteous acts. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the wicked acts that the rest of the world follows, man. So we setting a clear example and a standard of what is righteous and what is not righteous, man. And that's and it's us who the Lord set up to do that, man. Because the rest of the world is not doing it. They doing the common thing on thinking, oh yeah, it's because of him we are resurrected on this day. What do that? Everybody knows. What do that got to do with bunnies and eggs and candy and all of that type of shit, man? Because that's the fertility goddess, man. Going back, if you really want to take it all the way back to some Ramesses, but that pagan god or pagan goddess was always reincarnated as under another nation's name, man. So what under the Greeks, I believe, is what Ishtar, man. And now it is just pronounced Easter. It's the same thing, man. The so-called goddess of fertility,
And I just looked it up. The United States leads the world in total number of people incarcerated, with more than 2 million prisoners nationwide. It says per data released in October 21 by World Prison Brief.
What's his name? I want to know. I was in prison. I know how I felt. But I ain't happy. But I had to call my mother till I ain't eat. I ain't eat right. I don't like this. I don't want to.
Judges 5.
I know how I felt. Now,
verse 11.
That white man came to my cell.
They that are
told me that his brother died. Yeah.
In the place of drawing water.
I was down there, Yarsville.
There so they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahawah.
BT, all that. Yeah, I was down there. I'm tired of going back down there. I want to go back down there. I know.
Of his villages
they call
in
for
Israel.
They want me down there.
I got you.
They want me to
Listen to the
suffer.
word,
They want me
bro.
to be shackled down. They want me to be crying. What were you
It says
bloody?
even the
What were you-
righteous
All right,
acts,
listen to the word. We got something for you. Listen to the word.
even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel.
I can rap it. I can.
Then shall the people of the Lord go down. That's pretty much it on that. But
Basically, America is the prison house for the Israelites, man. Of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Like you just said in the background, you know, the brother talking about how many times he's been locked up and going here and going there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He a little, you know, a little bugged out or whatever, but you know what I mean, let him be. But that's how it is for our people, man. You know, we literally here in the great prison house, which is America. Now people, they have completely lost their minds. And he's just one example, man. If you see him and see how he looked and he turned his back, he messed up in the game, man. But that's how our people are in its entirety. And that's all due to the one and the philosophies of this society, man. And constantly watering us down with all of the filth and the garbage and the BS, man. Now people don't know which way to go, but we tell them which way to go because the Lord opened our minds and gave us eyes to see, you know, what the truth is, man. So, man.
This is Isaiah 42 verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey and none delivereth, for a spoil and none saith restore.
Right, and that was applying to what the time back then, but you know, we trying to extrapolate and like, you know, just use that as an example, even though it don't necessarily mean that, but at the same time, what our people is mainly the ones in the prison houses, man. What we like 14 to 20-something% of the population, but then that half of our people is incarcerated some type of way, man. Now that's the actual jail. Then what about the rest of them that's still out here that's incarcerated up here, man? That's why the Lord gave us His word for free, so we can open up our minds from the entrapment, the enslavement of America, man. Go to group 3. You know, so it's a lot that's going on out here, but the average Jake can't get out of their own mind frame of the immediate things that's going on around us, because we got a lot of things happening on in the media and in the news and stuff like that. And you know, the whole thing with China and them making that statement, telling their people, like, if you go to America or whatever, they expect certain things that might potentially happen. So what? It could be another health scare, another health outbreak or something like that. It could be some type of attack, cyber attack. You know, who knows, man? But we know that things are happening. And something could be happening with the eclipse or whatever that's going to happen, but in a few more days or whatever. So it's a lot of things that the Lord is throwing, the Lord is stirring up, you know, to get the Star Wars war going, man. The biological warfare, whatever type of warfare you think of, it's all stirring the pot to get to that Third World War. That's part of prophecy, man. So read that.
Ruth chapter 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, but thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
Right, so we are yet this day in our captivity. And that goes back to also, what's that chick name? Ava DuVernay. Ava DuVernay, she did that documentary or whatever, the 13th, about the 13th Amendment. You know, regarding the 12th Amendment and the 13th Amendment. And the 13th Amendment was to abolish involuntary servitude. But now the servitude that we have is what? Them actually locking us up and throwing away, putting us away in prisons and things of that nature, man. Then, you know, all the different acts and things that they put into place all after that, they constantly enslave our people. So one way or another, whether most of our people is out here or in jail, they still enslaved, man. Because it's the mentality, man. So the Lord calls us into, you know, a cleanliness of the mind, a renewing of our spirit, so that we can actually get right and get out of the ways of America, so that we can actually serve Him. You know, because nothing within this world serves us, man. Nothing, man. Not a woman, not a job. Regardless of what tangible things you have in this life, you're always going to be missing something if you don't have YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. So we truly have everything. Matter of fact, give me that in 2 Corinthians 6 and start at verse 10. We really have everything. We might not have all of the tangible things, but we have everything needful that the Lord has given to us, so that we stand a chance of salvation. So that's everything, man. Now, if you ask the average person, like, oh, nigga, you broke, man, shut up. All right, that's cool. What you going to do when the system shut down? What you gonna do when it's time to take that seat here? What you gonna do when you can't feed your kids for this, that, and the third? You know what I'm saying? What else Jake do? Resort to violence, resort to the BS. Then you're gonna have these underground little cliques and things that people trying to set up because the government gonna be locking everything down, man. Then the real men is gonna show forth because you're gonna have to defend yourself, man, on all fronts, man. From the troopers, from other people just trying to rob you, from you just trying to provide for yourself to eat daily. Hey, the Lord said my people shall eat, man. You know, we gonna be all right, man. Regardless of what situation the Lord put us in, we know we're going to be all right because mentally, we know that these things are supposed to come down the pipeline. We know what we have to endure. The rest of the people don't know. So how can you be prepared for something if you don't know what's going on?
2 Corinthians 6:10. As sorrowful, yet always rejoicing. As poor, yet making many rich.
As sorrowful, yet always rejoicing. As poor, yet making many rich. How can we possibly do that? By spreading the word, man. Letting our people know, hey, you do stand a chance of salvation, man. With the so-called white men in society try to portray us to be, that shit is BS. Now you do got a bunch of piece of shit ass niggas out here. You know what I mean? That is what it is. But at the end of the day, the Lord separating the 144,000 and the 1/3, right? All across the four corners of the globe, secluded for himself, man. We are an innumerable amount of people, man. Esau tried to say that, you know, like we the minorities and stuff like that. Really, man, we taking over, we the majority. And what, now they letting more so-called immigrants in and different stuff like that, or whatever. You know, you got more of our brothers and sisters coming over here from different countries. You know, like at work, like a couple of weeks ago, we had interviews and whatever, and I'm saying like it's mad Levites coming in, and I could tell like, they just talking to them like, yeah, I've just been over here a few months, I've been over here, and there was a hell of a lot of them, man. Why? Because they trying to get over from over there and what's going on in their country and shit like that. So you got a lot of them that's coming from over there, different respective countries, thinking they're gonna have a better opportunity over here. Well, hey, you might run across the brothers. Hey, this is the real salvation. This is what's really gonna get you where you need to be. You know, they're coming over here for the monetary gain, but they might wind up coming out with the spiritual gain instead, man, which is far more important. It's going to serve you more in your life than the monetary gain ever possibly could. You know?
Got something going to that point. As you said, like, as poor yet feeding many. This is Proverbs 10:21. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom.
Bring that back.
Proverbs 10:21. Let me start at 10 and 20. The tongue of the just is as choice silver. The heart of the wicked is little worth. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom.
Hey, the words of the wise feed many. Remember what the last one said?
But fools die for want of wisdom.
But fools die for want of wisdom, man. Why is that? The wise feed many, but you know the rest of the people, hey, they die for wisdom, the one of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the things that they seeking unto is not really wisdom, man. The wisdom in this world really ain't wisdom. The wisdom and the knowledge and understanding wisdom that we given is everything that we need in this life. It encompasses everything, man. Anything you ever thought of, like I always say, like me first coming into the knowledge of the truth, I had like 3 specific questions that I want to answer, and instantly, without me asking, the Lord answered them off the rip. As soon as me getting up with brothers and building with brothers, I'm just like, yo, this gotta be the truth, you know what I mean? Because you just know it's the Lord talking to you, man. Nothing else on this earth can give you that type of feeling, man. You get the chills all over your body because you just know, like, this gotta be the Lord, man. And then we get into the breakdowns of the truth of, hey, this is why our people, and you see this, and you just the whole world opens up, knowing that we have such a rich history, man, and knowing that the Lord is really for us when they told us something different. They tried to make us think something different. You know what I'm saying?
1 Corinthians 1:25. Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men.
The foolishness of God is wiser than men. Like the Lord said, what the foolishness of preaching, right? He don't have to make us come out here. It's foolishness to him, but hey, he set it up like this, so we got to get it done. Okay?
Man. It says, and the weakness of God is stronger than men.
The weakness of God is stronger than men. Hey, think about this, right? Brothers typically do like a beginner, well, when we was first, doing the school and stuff like that, brothers would always teach the first lesson what Jacob and Esau, to give you a basic foundation of understanding where the so-called white man comes from and where our people come from, right? That one lesson alone, that one lesson alone can shatter so much so-called knowledge, so much so-called history, and so-called wisdom of this world, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. People that have been studying Egyptology for 20 and 30 years, we can shut them down with just that one lesson, man. Because we can get into so much depth when it comes to that, man. They don't have that, man. They just going off of, oh, well, these people was rich, they we black, they was black, and they just going off of the skin color thing and thinking that's what it's all about. No, you don't actually know that that was your people or not, and it wasn't. The majority of us, you know what I'm saying? So once you get into the depths of the scriptures and you understand that, hey, this was actually us. This is something I have to be proud of because this is my heritage. The Lord laid out the foundation for us, man. YAHAWAH and YAHAWASHI. So all we got to do, hey, just take hold of the book, take hold of the words in our mind. Hey, just walk the walk, man. Just walk the walk. It's laid out for us. We ain't got to do nothing extra, man. These people in the world, they trying to do this, doing that, what for a sense of fame, notoriety, for that name to live forever. For your name to really live forever, you got to be written in the book of life, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's at, man.
You got science class in the scriptures. When you go to Genesis, the first chapter, that's a whole science lesson right there, man.
Yeah, man.
And that's simple. I mean, to the world, God created the earth. Okay, that's we can't understand that, but you don't really. A lot of people really don't understand that. Who's that God talking about? You know, what's going into reincarnation? It shows it says a lot there, man. You know, this is like at verse 26, for you see a calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Right. The Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. So we can make you look stupid just in an instance, man. And that's not our point to try to make people look stupid. The point is, hey, to let it be known what the truth is. To let it be known what has been hidden for generations upon generations upon generations, man. And to spread the rest of this wealth to our people. As it said in the previous scripture that the brother brought out, pretty much the lips of the righteous make of many wise. You know what I'm saying? We feed so many people with these lessons that we teach, man. Hey, to give somebody hope through knowing that, hey, you know God is for you, right? You know that, hey, this is your people. Get into a little breakdown and something expressing out, hey, they want to feed more, they want to hear more. You know, chopping it up with, you know, Jake wanted a job and he actually wants to know. It's like, yo, we got to get up, blah, 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 blah. He's really excited. That's a good feeling, man. To know that a brother is actually trying to seek some type of salvation because he lost out in the world and he's trying to find the correct answers. And we can help lead our people to that point because the Lord put it in our spirit for us to learn, to come up on the knowledge, and for us to teach as well. And that's what we're doing, man. So it's always a beautiful thing to see another brother get edified and knowing that, hey, now you know this brother, hey, now you might actually stand a chance for salvation, man. That's what we do this thing for, man. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's not about so we can hold up trophies, you know what I mean, to showcase them and take pictures and be on IG and look like we the shit. Nah, man. It's to get that ultimate reward, which is salvation, everlasting life, man. Never having to worry, suffer, get another car note, another rent bill, you know what I mean, which we should be living in houses and shit like that, paying for water, which should be free. You know what I'm saying? All the little things that we got to go through now, the stress, the aggravation, the worries, we're going to put all that to bed with the ultimate reward of salvation, man.
It says, but God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And base things of the world and things which are despised hath God chosen, yea, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
Exactly. So things that are considered up on a pedestal, we can bring them to naught just like that. Get into a few precepts. Might take 2 precepts, might take 3. All right, 3, give them a little bit of history of the scriptures, give them a little bit of secular history. Break it down to them real quick. This whole world messed up now because he thought he was fucking Egyptian. Hey, now we can show you something otherwise, man. We can show you, hey, those people that was took out of the northern and western parts of the west coast of Africa over there. Hey, that's us. Hey, I can prove it to you. Hey, get into the Ashanti, get into the Adungbays, get into all of the different tribes that was over there, man. And how we still had the Hebrew customs that no other nation had, because that's what separated us. Wherever we went, we carried our customs. Give me S3 and that real quick. Wherever we went, we carried our customs. That's what made the separation. You know, that's what always made the separation, like up in Europe and stuff like that. And especially when you read a little bit from Babylon and Timbuktu, and then also when you get into what's the other book, Christopher Columbus and Participation of the Jew or whatever, and those books give you reference to how it was up in those different countries, Portugal, Spain, and different places like that, and how we had to be Jews in secret, right? We had to practice our customs in secret, fulfill persecution from the rulers at that time, man. Because those things were forbidden. Just like in the time of Greeks, they try to make us sacrifice the Greek gods and different stuff like that. A lot of people, we had to practice our customs in hiding, man. And that's just what it was, you know? But that's what always separated us from the other nations. It's our customs, our standards of living, because this is what the Lord embedded in us. No other nation has this like we do, man. No other nation has a dietary law like we do, man. You got it?
It's the book of Book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 8. It says, and Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there was a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people.
And there it says one people that scattered abroad throughout the provinces. Because what King Ahasuerus or King Xerxes, I believe he had 27, or I think it was 127 provinces from his reign, right? So he said you have this one people that's scattered abroad, you know, hey, and basically they don't practice the same thing. So continue.
It says, and their laws are diverse from all people, neither keep they the king's laws, therefore it is not for the king's profit to suffer.
So Haman is like, yo, hey king, these people define you. They think they special or something. They ain't sacrificing the pigs, they ain't eating the pork, they ain't eating the shrimp, they ain't doing what we doing. Like, why are you allowing this? Like, get them up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but that's a Jake thing, man. That's a Jake thing, man. Because at the same time, well, our people are stubborn and hard-headed, so we're like, what we used to is what we used to. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't really, once a Jake is stubborn in his ways like that, most of the times you ain't gonna get him out of his ways, especially if they be older or something like that. Especially dealing with the damn, you know, black woman nowadays, not to get into that topic, but when Jake is a stubborn and stiff-necked people, we wouldn't even listen to the Lord. So what makes you think we're gonna listen to the king? You know what I'm saying? But when we're used to our customs, we're used to our customs. So you're not gonna get us up out of our ways, man. Because we know the difference.
Yeah, I got something for you. This is Deuteronomy 12:29. When the Lord thy God shall cut off the nations from before thee, whether thou goest to possess them, and thou succeedest them, and dwellest in their land, take heed to thyself that thou be not snared by following them, after that they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, how did these nations serve their gods? Even so will I do likewise. Thou shalt not do so until Yahawah thy power, for every abomination to the Lord which he hated have they done unto their gods. For even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods.
Right, so the Lord told me like, yo, wherever we go, don't follow after the gods of the other nations. Don't try to be like them. Don't try to do what they do. Like all the things that they doing to serve their gods is detestable to me, man. It's despicable. It's filthy. They actually putting their kids, sacrificing their kids to the so-called gods or whatever. The Lord, like, I ain't asking y'all to do none of that. I ain't asking none of y'all to do that, man. So why would you go and follow somebody that's doing the complete opposite? Like, who would really want to put their child on the line and sacrifice their child like that, man? Who would really want to do that, man? Nobody would really want to do that. But that just shows you that when you're dealing with that left-hand energy, it's all about that bloodthirst for power, man, because that's all it is. When you look at the elites of this society, what do they do? All this sexual magic and touching kids and all this different stuff that they doing. They doing it for the bloodlust of power and control, man. That's what it's all about. It ain't just about the money for them. The money is nothing. They want the control, man. They want the control that the Lord has, but they can't get it. So this is why they have to resort to all these different types of things, the Bohemian Grave and all this type of stuff, to try to get that type of power, man. But the Lord's power that he has, it can't be bought. It can only be given to you, man. That's how the Lord said, hey, the word is of free course, and he give it to us freely. He give it freely, he take it away freely. And he saw you're not going to get it, no matter what you do. You can go to the bottoms of the earth, you can go to the depths of the sea. You're not going to get the power that the Lord has, man. That is reserved for the Israelites, man. You know, that is reserved for us, man. The different planets, everything that's out there, everlasting life is reserved for us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, 12 tribes according to the scriptures, man. And that's it, man. You know?
The book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 10, it says, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand.
Exactly. None of the wicked shall understand, because all the things they're doing, they like, damn, well, why haven't we got to where we want to get to yet? They try to get, damn, why we haven't got to where we haven't got to yet? Hey, the cartoon Animaniacs or whatever, and Pinky and the Brain and shit. What are we going to do today? We can try to take over the world. And he tried to do the same shit over and over, try to take over the world, try to take over, but you can't get there, man. You're not going to get there. It's a wrap. It's a done deal. It's already written, man. You're not going, no matter what you do, you're not going to get there, man. You know? And you got all these people out on social media, and especially you fucking wicked ass bitches, man. All of this evil eye symbol, this symbol, that symbol, with all this fucking witchcraft. You ain't getting no fucking way, man. Nowhere, man. Brothers, be careful with these. All of them is fucking demons any goddamn way. But these witch bitches, you all know when you see them with them signs and them symbols and shit like that, they on different levels, but be careful out there, man. You know, with that shit, they'll try to get you, fuck up your head, or, you know what I mean, try to hit you with the, you know, the period blood and all other type of stuff, man. You know, it's all out there on social media, man. People know about this already. You know, but these are the depths that people are leaving to just to try to find love and to get somebody attached to them so they can never leave, or to burn some money and do this so they think they're going to get a money blessing, or they had some other nigga before trying to tell me, oh yeah, I found the money code, and trying to show me a little diagram, and nigga, you found the money code, nigga, why you ain't got no money? You found the money code, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense, man. All of the things that they think are actually intelligent is dumb as hell, man. It makes no sense.
That's why, you know, if I could add, you know, that's why at the end of the day, like when you read through the books of Wisdom of Solomon, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, it goes into how the wicked, you know, because what the scripture said, the wicked seeketh to slay the righteous, but the Lord will not leave us in his hands. Perfect paraphrase in Psalm 37. You see, we coming into the time to where this devil, he's going to again try to create this new world order. Like when you read the book of Judith, the book of Maccabees, the Lord always set aside a people and he would attempt to come after, and that would be his downfall. A small group of people, like the scripture just said, you know, the wicked will do wickedly, but the righteous shall understand. You know, and the wicked is going to understand through what they do to the righteous, or vice versa, through what the righteous do to them. You know, like at the end of the day, when Antiochus, at the end of the day, you know, he was doing all his wickedness toward the righteous, the men of the Lord, the Maccabees at the time, or really Israel, you know, in the time of Maccabees, but the Lord had it to where he suffered an incurable disease, and that's when he, you know, gave homage to the Lord.
Well, to do things like that to humble you, man. You know? And for that, like, you gotta see the Lord at that point, because it's like, what else I'm going to do? You know, and we don't want to be in that type of position, you know, to where you force or you feel forced because of this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you gotta serve the Lord while you're able-bodied, while you can get up and move around, you know, in a positive manner, and you know, you don't got no ailments, man. You know.
I got some. This is Psalms chapter 37, verse 27. Depart from evil and do good, and dwell forevermore. Depart from evil and do good, and dwell forevermore. You know, like he was going into, you know, as far as Esau trying to, you know, do all this wickedness to try to seek everlasting life. YAHAWASHI just said, depart from evil to receive everlasting life. You know, and you know, going into these women and how, you know, they're gonna follow the man in power. It says, for Yahweh loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off.
Yeah, the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. And that goes into Obadiah, you know, how they're going to be basically written off the face of the earth, man. You know, after they build up our kingdom and everything like that. There's no more purpose for the so-called white man. He didn't serve his purpose already. And so that's what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to serve our purpose, you know, as long as the Lord has us in serving our purpose, man, which is to be there for him. You know, to keep the commandments to the best of our ability, and to come out here on the highways and byways and do what we got to do, man. Because it's all about salvation at the end of the day, and it's all about, you know, giving the praise, the honor, and glory to who it's supposed to go to. And that's to YAHAWASHI. You know, like in Romans it said, 13, that's like 13, it's like 7 or 8 or something like that. Like give honor to the honor, just do and stuff like that. So like
Romans chapter 13, verse 7. Render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor.
Right, so whatever honor of whatever attribute belongs to that person, hey, you give it to him. Hey, we're supposed to give what? Tribute to the Lord, or pay tithes to the Lord, what? Based upon when we get paid, right? We have to give so-called tribute to Esau based upon the taxes. We'll have no choice about that. You know, that's the tax, or whatever the case may be, you know? So it's about give everybody their just due. If a man is worthy of respect, I'm going to respect the man just to say a man. Until you disrespect me, then it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nigga shit, but, you know, we want to stay away from niggas as much as possible. But hey, sometimes those situations arise and you might got to get down for your ground. You know what I'm saying? But overall, it's about being spiritual more than anything. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we got to speak on all aspects because we still live in the real tangible world. You know, the things that we speak about, people may consider fantasy and la la land and all of this. Those things will be tangible as well as we can see them. Like in the news whenever they say, oh yeah, you're seeing new planets or new galaxies or something like that. That's a real thing. We can't actually go up there to see what it's about, but the many mansions for the Israelites are being built and planned out. You know, just like how downtown with that, they building that, I was looking at it earlier today, it's going to be 41 stories or whatever. That's going to be a residential building. That's going to create a lot of more traffic out here from downtown, man. Because they were saying, like, the architects at the time, they were saying, like, well, a couple of them was with it, some of them was against it, like, it's going to cause way too much more congestion. But that's what they want, man. More congestion brings more money in more than one way, right? They want more revenue downtown, more people want to be down here, possibly shopping more, potentially more access because more cars going to be flooded down the area, all types of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes. That's what Esau wants. That's how we see that building being built up. Hey, the Lord is building up the kingdom the same way. It's just way out in, you know, different realms, different stratospheres, man. You know, but that's all for us.
That was pretty much it, man.
Yeah, so the ultimate honor goes to through YAHAWASHI, through
I need that game, that box game.
scripture say, we can do all things through YAHAWASHI who strengthen us, Philippians 4:13. You know, so us just coming out here and just showing the honor, the faith, and the belief that we have for the Lord, because we're representing Him when we come out here. We are ambassadors for the Lord, man. Every single day. It's not just when we out here in the highways and byways, it's through our everyday lives, through our everyday actions. Because you gotta literally live it, man. You just keep talking, you gotta live it, man. I said you can't talk it, you gotta walk it, or whatever type of shit that you're saying in the world, man. It's what it's all about. You know, getting into the news, getting into the information, getting into the history, you know, to know where we're going. And we see where we're going, and Lord willing, that's the kingdom, you know.
That's the scripture on James. About deed and the truth. I'm trying to look for that scripture in James. Okay, 1 John 3:18, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
In deed and in truth, because the deeds or the actions of what you do shows everything, because it's more than just talking, you know, because if you talk something, obviously you have to back it up. But if you're just going out and just doing it, that shows like, yo, this is what I'm about. That speaks in itself. So you're, how like they would say, like, how Bruce said, the art of fighting without fighting. By just doing your deeds, you did the art of talking without talking. You know what I'm saying? Because you backed it up. Because you just did the deed, so that speaks for itself, and people want to hear about the deeds that you did. So you ain't literally had to say, you just went out like how somebody might do some charity for somebody, might give this foundation or this person. They know there's a so-called philanthropist, they give different places and foundations or poor areas money or whatever. Their actions show who they are. So now you got everybody, oh yeah, oh he's coming to town? Oh yeah, he's wonderful. You ain't heard about what he did. The actions speak louder than words, man. You know what I'm saying?
Case in point, like, you know, during the Passover, we always go over Matthew 26. And then Yahawashi spoke about, I want to say, who was it, Mary? Put the oil on Yahawashi's feet. And he said how this woman's deed shall be talked about for generations.
Exactly. And just for that deed, hey, you know, she really is talked about for generations, man. And we hope that's to come for us, you know, but first and foremost, you know, that glory and that honor and that tribute gotta go into YAHAWASHI, you know.
About works, even Yahawashi, you know, you had one dude, Yahawashi gave forth a parable of how a man, you know, had went away, but then he came back to see how his business was doing. Now, the ones who had, you know, increased the business, he forwarded their blessings. But the one that didn't increase the business, he had much more to say. So, like what we're going into, actions speak louder than words, man. You are actually doing willing, Yahawashi, you know, try to keep us safe for these times to come. You know? Now everybody, like Saturday, they can walk past talking about, oh, everybody here and this is that shit. But hey, the Lord is listening to it, you know? I'm about to finish this off. Unless you have something. It says Psalms 37, verse 27. 37-26. Instead of 25, it's locked. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil and do good, and dwell forevermore. For Yahawah loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh judgment. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. Right? So pretty much it goes into the actions of the righteous and the reward of the righteous. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged.
Hey, because right now we in the hand of the so-called white man, but the Lord ain't gonna leave us here forever. That's the beauty of it. Because our people think that that's the case, or they're thinking that we could do something physically on our own to overcome or the so-called overthrow the so-called white man. We ain't trying to do that. We ain't even attempting to do that. Scripture say, wait ye upon me. Matter of fact, just bring that out, bro. You know, so that's all we're doing at the end of the day. We just gotta wait upon the Lord. we doing what we're supposed to do. Come out here in the highways and byways. For other people, this may be talking, but this is our actual action, because this is the call to action that the Lord asked us to do. We can't do nothing more than that. What more can we really do? To do anything on the physical note would be fucking stupid, because we don't stand a chance. The only way we stand a chance is Yahawah and YAHAWASHI. And they bringing, having a host of heaven with millions and billions of angels and chariots to come and slaughter this place, man. That's the ultimate judgment for America, and that's a part of the reward for the righteous, man.
Zephaniah 3 verse 8, therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahawah, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Right, so that's the whole purpose. We are to wait upon the Lord, because the Lord want to gather all our enemies together in one pot, like some righteous gumbo. Hey, and he's gonna slaughter their asses, man. And that's what it's all coming down to. So we don't have to plot, plan, and strategize or do anything out of the ordinary to try to overcome the so-called white man, because the Lord already got it in the bag. The Lord already got it in the bag. It's like you'll tell a person, hey, yo, I got this money waiting for you. I got this money for you, boom, but you gotta wait till such and such. But they like, yeah, I hate you, man. I'm broke, man. I gotta go out here. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Now you go out and do something fucking stupid when you only had to do is wait 2 weeks. Now you put up in a jam way worse than you ever could have been. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that patience, man. Hey, we always say patience is a virtue. Loosely translated, patience, paytalis means to suffer. Virtue from the word vir, which means to be a man and to be manly. Patience is a virtue, means to suffer like a man. So we suffering like men until we wait for our Savior to come and save us, because that's just his job. You know what I'm saying?
Psalm 58 verse 10, the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
Hey, it said the righteous shall rejoice. Bring it back one time.
The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance.
When he seeth the vengeance. So that tells you that that's a part of our reward. That's one of the first rewards that we're going to get, right? What if the Lord, we don't know exactly how it's all going to happen, but we're going to be seeing them being destroyed, and we're going to be getting our new bodies. Those are 2 of our first rewards. If we're, we're part of their life, Lord willing, we are. That's 2 of our first rewards. To see our enemy be slaughtered and to receive those new extraterrestrial bodies. And I say that because the bodies that we have is not going to be able to terrain, because we're going to be able to go from here to outer space to all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of it. Those are 2 of our first rewards, man.
Yep. Hey, it says in Revelation 15 that we're going to sing the song of Moses. And it says like right here, just real quick, the song of Moses, Exodus 15, verse 6, thy right hand, O Yahawah, has become glorious in thy power. Thy right hand, O Yahawah, have dashed in pieces the enemy. And in the greatness of thy excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble.
That's what it is, man. That's the things that we're looking forward to, because just however long they're taking to build this, I don't know how long they've been building this building already. It's been quiet, several years or something like that. It's going to take them, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 years in total, you know what I mean, to build this building or whatever. It's 41-story apartment building, but hey, the Lord going to destroy this whole shit in 1 hour. So all the effort and the energy that Esau is putting into this place is all for naught, because it's all coming down, man. It's all coming down, man. Everything else
Psalm 58. So that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. This is YAHAWASHI, but YAHAWASHI is going to allow us to reign with him. So that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily, he is a God that judgeth on the earth.
Exactly. And that feeling is going to feel so good, knowing everything we've been through throughout the generations and generations, especially here in Babylon, man. To know all of the BS you had to constantly put up with. And now we finally taste the glory of what the Lord had in store for us the whole entire time. And now we can just kick our feet back. You know, that's all you want to do, right? Like, people thinking they get glimpses of things now when they, you know, been working on your job for X amount of months. Oh, I need a vacation. Now you feel like you finally kick your feet up. In the kingdom, we really going to get to kick our feet up. It's not going to compare to no little vacation here to go to fucking the Bahamas or the Turks and Caicos or fucking Spain or anything, man. We're going to have a permanent vacation. And he's not going to take a permanent dirt nap. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, with that, we all hope this segment was edifying. We'd like to give all praises and glory to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Dr. Honest Apostle Elder GREATMILLSTONE, SHALAWAM, select out there, ones who are the faith, let go of true sincerity, SHALAWAM.